37-year-old Brandon Gomes has been promoted to the GM role. Gomes had served as the Dodgers' assistant GM since 2019. Prior to that, director of player development, and he first came on board in 2016 as coordinator of pitching performance. Spent 5 years as a big league pitcher with the Tampa Bay Rays from 2011 through 2015. And we are pleased to be joined right now by the new general manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers. He is Brandon Gomes. Brandon, congratulations on your promotion. It's pretty amazing to me that just about 5.5 years ago, you were pitching in AAA for the Iowa Cubs, and now you've ascended to the GM position with the Dodgers. How do you put into words what your rise and what your journey have been like since your playing days ended?
Yeah, I think at this point, just really appreciative and grateful for the opportunity and all the people that have had an impact along the way. So it's an incredible opportunity to go out and be a part of a great organization and continue to help this team win as much as possible.
So you have the title change, Brandon, but what changes for you in terms of your daily work now that you are the general manager?
Yeah, we haven't spoken about that too much. I think it's just continuing to be a part of the major league team and the operations that go in day out with still an emphasis on player development. So I think it's probably taking on a bit more of the media component. But the day-to-day, not sure it'll change all that much.
So we're about 7 weeks into the lockout now. I want to ask, what's going on in the front office at this moment? Are you and Andrew Friedman, the entire staff, formulating a plan for when this lockout does ultimately end?
Yeah, I think at this point we have spent a lot of time working on our current staff, our culture, having the chance to dive into player development a little bit more, which has been great to get back into that and just learn our system even better and have a better understanding of all things that are going on. And yeah, once those things we feel are in a good spot, we'll move forward with being prepared for the season as much as possible.
Well, I know you can't talk a lot of specifics here, Brandon, and you lost 2 key players in free agency, but there's still a good core group of guys on the roster. How would you assess the roster at the moment, knowing it's still an incomplete roster because the lockout halted things the 1st of December?
Yeah, to your point, we feel really good about the core group and look forward to continuing to add pieces and, create the best team possible for the 2022 season.
Do you see any specific holes, areas of need that you guys will be targeting once the lockout is over?
I think we're trying to find ways to improve at every turn. So we'll just keep assessing the market and, potential trades and go from there. But we're going to try to put out the best, most competitive team possible to go out and win another championship.
All right, so Brandon, if we're to believe the reports that are out there in recent weeks, there's not a great deal of optimism that a new CBA is going to get done in order for spring training to begin on time in about a month. If that is the case and spring training ultimately gets pushed back a bit, what do you expect it to be like when the lockout does end? Is it going to be a free agent frenzy? Is there going to be a trade bonanza because there might not be as much time to get ready for the season?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not really sure. I just know that we're going to be as prepared as possible and make sure our ducks are in a row to make sure we can go out and execute a plan whenever things do open back up.
I know that you can't sign players to major league deals right now, only minor league deals. It seems like every year we see a couple of guys coming up from the minors, and I don't know if you can talk about specific guys in the minors, but some of the biggest names on the farm are pitchers, guys like Ryan Pepio and Bobby Miller, who are not on the 40-man roster at the moment, so maybe you can talk about them. But are either one of those guys in the big league plans in 2022?
I think both of those guys are incredibly talented pitchers. The goal for this year for both of them will be to continue to refine their arsenal. And we hold all of our players to a major league standard. So we'll keep assessing how they progress on those fronts and, tackling different pitch design or pitch usage marks that we'll lay out for them. But incredibly talented guys that we hope impact the major league team sooner than later.
Well, Brandon, I imagine this is just the calm before the storm. When the lockout ends, I think there's going to be a flurry of activity for yourselves and for all the other 29 teams in Major League Baseball. Congratulations again on your promotion to becoming the new GM of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.